Hello there, this is Gregory Barrett and Christine coming to you from Canada's Movie and TV Hosers. Who do we got here with us,
This is
Christine?
a little fluffy kitty.
Yep,
She's a muted calico, and she's having a nap.
she's also the star of our show because she always wants to be in here. Today we're going to talk about, Christine's going to do a book report on Wheel of Time. What do you
I
got?
have to write something down. It's called The Eye of the World. I think, anyway, I started with this one. This is the first book in the series. It seems like it is. I think there's like 14 books. It's by Robert Jordan. Of course, I don't have time to actually hold a book and read it. So I did an audio book listen, and this one is actually narrated by Rosamund Pike, and she does a great job of it.
According to Wikipedia, it says this Eye of the World is the first book in the Wheel of Time series.
Yeah, I
So
think I'm
we're on the right track.
Seems like it.
You got good advice from our
Yeah, because
people who are viewing our show.
that I read them. Anyway, I'm looking forward to going to the next one. So basically, I'll do a couple of things here. I'll just talk about the book in general. It's an interesting adventure. It's got these 5 young people, and there's 3 guys and 2 girls, and they meet some friends along the way. One stays with them, and they're guided by Moraine, the Aes Sedai, and Lan, who's her protector.
Yeah, this is in a fantasy world, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fantasy genre.
Fantasy future. I'm still not quite sure about the whole thing.
Post-apocalyptic future that turns into a fantasy realm with magic.
And I'm not sure
Sure.
if this is our world or another world. I don't know.
Mm.
But they have the same kind of creatures as we do. Most of them and stuff. They have like wolves and rabbits and stuff like that, and sheep. Anyway, so it's about this crew, motley crew of it, and they're taken out of their hometown, and they have to go on this epic adventure because they don't get into it a whole lot in the first book. They are chosen. They are basically, they're told as these people who, the wheel is basically the weaving of the fabric of reality, and these are people that the wheel basically bases the story around, the ta'veren. So that's how they're described. I've of course watched the series on show. I watched season 1 and season 2, so this covers off season 1, but it's much different from the series. In this, all the people stay together and they gain members as they go along.
Mm-hmm.
And they get to the end. It is a little bit, I did find it a little bit confusing kind of at the end as to what was happening, but I guess I did understand because I had seen the series and know more about what was happening. But anyway, it's quite interesting. I'm looking forward to going on to the next books.
Hey, tell me
Yes.
about the big climax of this book.
I just said they go on this adventure.
Yeah.
They get to the Eye of the World. That's what it's about.
Okay, so is there a big battle? You gotta
Yeah.
spoil this. You gotta get me interested in this.
I don't want to spoil it because people haven't read it, but yes, there is a battle of sorts, but it is confusing.
Well,
I
this-
did find the battle was confusing
How so?
because this book is told in one person's point of view. It's told in Rand's point of view, and we're not really quite sure what's happening and why it happens the way it does, and he fibs to people, and how really this, not quite sure how it exactly happened in the end. It's a bit confusing, but I know from watching the series that anyway, there's different, compared to the series, there are different, it's different from the series in that in the series they're separated, and this they're not separated. They go all the way to the Eye of the World, and they sort of get separated at the very end, and that's when things happen. But it's a lot different. But I enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to the next book, which will probably explain more of what happened. It's just a little bit confusing as to what happens at the end, I found.
Who's your favorite character?
I don't really have a favorite character.
Is it Maureen?
No, it's not Moraine, but I like the Moraine in the book a lot more than I do in the series. The Moraine in the series, they try to make Moraine be the main character, and they try to make Rand, I think, be like a superhero guy. But in the book, she's an accessory figure, and he is a shepherd. So it's a lot of the Jesus story.
Okay, so
You know
there's
what, in a bit, but
Immaculate Conception going on?
No, not quite, but it is like Jesus. He is been born and he has a mother and a father, but he knows that his mother was not from there, and it's a bit foreign. His birth, he's not born in the Two Rivers, so it is a bit of a Jesus story where we don't really see that as much. We do a little bit in the series, but this is more of a Jesus.
Oh, okay. So
Because he's a shepherd. Ow! I just got my shot.
if anyone out there, sorry dear, if anyone out there is hardcore Catholic or hardcore Christian, maybe don't watch it because I'm sure they'll consider this to be blasphemy.
No, it's not Jesus. It's just paralleling that story. Is that he's a chosen one and he's a shepherd, and he comes from low beginnings.
Okay. Well, if anyone out there is Christian and really loves this series, let us know. Does it bother you at all, or is it just a cool story?
It doesn't talk about Christian things. It's just that it is.
But it has Immaculate Conception in it.
No, I never said that. Go
We
away,
were just
you.
talking about it.
No, he is not born in the Two Rivers.
Who's he?
Rand, the main character. All the others are. And his birth is a bit of a mystery because his mother has passed away. We see his mother in the book, though. Okay? And he's a shepherd. He's a low person.
Okay, that's not Jesus at all, then.
Oh, you're not understanding. You're not even listening. Anyway, never mind. People that have read it know what I'm talking about.
So it was a good book.
Yeah, it was a good book.
All right. What are you rating? You give it best or worst book ever?
I give it more. I don't do that, as you know. I give it more of a 92 because I found the ending was confusing. Not the very end, but the Battle of Rand and these creatures that he's battling, it was a bit confusing. And they're not the same things that he's battling in the series either.
Well, recently we watched the Hobbit trilogy, the theatrical version, and I'm still confused by that Battle of the Five Armies because I'm still not sure what the Fifth Army was. Is it that kind of confusing?
No. The Fifth Army is the army that comes with the bats that comes from that other place. It's the...
But that was just part of the Orc army.
No, it wasn't. It was another army. The Orcs had their army and they attacked first. This was the last army that
we're got off on a tangent there. So we're not talking about the Hobbit because those were bad movies.
Anyway, I recommend the book. It's interesting. I'm looking forward to I think there's 13 more books to go because it's going to flesh out this story more. I think that's the thing. It's not fleshed out, and was it a vision? I'm a bit confused as to what exactly happened with Rand when he did the battle. Like in the series, he more gets transported to this other dimension where these beings are, but in this it wasn't really like that. I'm a bit confused.
Okay.
About that.
Well, if anyone out there is a hardcore fan, you want to tell Christine about it so she's not confused, but maybe don't spoil her on that because she's trying to get through these books right now, but also you have been spoiled a little bit because you're watching the series.
Yeah, but it is a lot different, and the demons are not the same either. The things that they're battling are not the same.
Any other hardcore fans of Wheel of Time out there? Let us know down in the comments below. We like to hear about that. Yeah. And Fluffy Kitty would appreciate it if you would leave us a like. Anyone wants to get in touch with us, our social media is down in the description below. Take care. You can always subscribe for more content.